I just timed Ricky out. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to make him a mod.
Great way to start the broadcast. Mike, go.
How'd you time me out? Still here.
Josh, do the intro.
Just go ahead. I'm doing the intro? Why am I doing the
Do the intro. Whatever. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Mohawk Mike from BossFightTV, and this is your weekly Is It Competitive feature presentation. If you catch last week, this month, all month long, we're doing the game Windjammers. So we have a group of us online here to play. I'll just go ahead down the line here. We have Josh Ingle, aka Whistles Go Woo.
Whistles Go. Wait, I mean, I go by Whistles Go Woo, but that's like my secret identity, dude.
He's ruined. You can't play shit now.
When I want to play stuff without people knowing it's me, that's what I use. Well, I mean, I'm not that popular yet, but shit, you just ruined it.
Better come up with a new secret
Josh
identity.
Ingle, aka that guy.
Anti-pro.
Whatever.
And Whistles Go Woo, I guess. You want to say that?
All right, second person, before I was so rudely interrupted, product placement. We have Alex Moore. Go ahead and say hello to everybody. And just tell everybody what your alias is, because I'm not even going to do that anymore, because Josh apparently I screwed up.
Blew that shit out of the water.
I go by Energy or Coach Energy. I coach Halo, along with one of our other fellow boss fight guys, Cheeky. Definitely in last team for MLG, so it's pretty fun.
Very cool. Next we have, returning from last week, we have Ricky Howard. Say hello.
Hello, everyone out there in viewership land.
Yay.
Doesn't have a webcam.
And then
I think you should screen capture his logo picture.
Do you want me to? I'll put him up in the.
You don't have to.
I'll put him up in the top. Oh well, we'll do it next
No,
time.
Don't do it.
All right.
and then last but certainly not least, we have Aaron.
Hey guys, Blackout X is the tag, and I play games. That's my official title here at Boss
With
Fight.
a 0.
Yeah, with a 0. Don't forget the fucking 0. I'll murder you.
All right.
All right, let's get this show on the road.
So last week we did more of kind of just a general introduction to the game. We just showcased a couple different matches. So this week what we want to do is we're again going to go with the theme of just showing some matches, so you can see just the different play styles and competitive nature. But then also we want to showcase this time a little bit more on the map side, so you can see all the different maps. Because one of the big options that you have is after losing, you get to counterpick your character and then counterpick the map as well. So if you're playing a slower character, you want to play a bigger map, and vice versa, and all the same. So let's go ahead first. Aaron, who do you have first? Does it matter who goes first?
No, it really doesn't matter. I can spectate anyone or I can play someone. Doesn't matter to me.
Okay, well, I will break in the newbie.
There you go.
And I will challenge Alex.
Oh boy.
I'll spectate the hell away.
Whew.
So, basically, did you already say we started on beach, or did you just say? Did you mention that?
I forgot to mention that. What I mentioned last week about the general rules is that the first match is always on beach, because that is the most simple. Also, you can see I just changed the time to 99 seconds because the default is 30 seconds. That's really not enough time for a match. And then beach is always the default. And then after that is when a new map will be introduced. Or, I mean, I've seen it before where people enjoy playing on beach.
Right. So the reason that everyone picks beach is it's kind of like the default easy. It's the smallest map. It's what I would consider the standard, you know, five in the middle and 3 on the outside. And so it's definitely the easiest map to play. And then when we get to it, we'll start talking about some of the other maps.
Right.
Because as Mike mentioned before, each map is crazy different, and depending on what character you picked and they pick, you could have a huge advantage or disadvantage. So, Alex, this is the first time Alex has played this game. So, Alex, for how much you've played, how do you like Windjammers?
It's pretty exciting. It's like a super awesome version of table tennis or Pong. So I don't know. If you're a competitive guy, you can kind of pick it up and go with it.
And then if you don't remember, it's first to 12 wins the set, and then it's best 2 out of 3 sets for one map.
We know how to hit there.
Crash that net.
Oh, you won that one. That was easy. It was good.
And if you haven't seen, I've actually picked up some cool Windjammer style glasses. Unlike some of our other cast members who have their other cool gaming glasses, Windjammers, faded purple.
We need to get some Windjammers branded gunners.
Totally look like Wessels.
I just overshot that one.
Oh, I love this game.
Oh god.
That's the beast.
Mike's just relentless. When you said breaking in the newbie, Jesus. You weren't
I
joking.
didn't know you could do different throws.
Yeah, so you have your A button is your regular throw and how B button is your lob. During your special, when the frisbee gets thrown up in the air, that's when if you tap the A, it's going to do your character special, which is character specific, and if you tap B, that's going to do the lob. And you can actually set your direction.
Okay.
So like if you want to throw it in the corner, you can tap your B and lob it into like up or down, and that's how you do that.
Also, we figured out there's a third throw, by the way, a third special throw. Me and Josh figured it out the other day while playing casually.
About the mixture?
The spin throw, the sand kicker, as I'm now dubbing it.
If you just do a full circles.
Yeah, you just make circles. Make circles with that stick, yo. Like you're playing Zangief.
We do long.
Yeah. We'll just go down the line.
We'll go down the line.
Lawn is the bigger map, and you'll see the difference is that it's just like Beach, it's just way bigger.
Okay.
So for instance, like we're both playing medium characters, so we should be okay. So that's not bad.
But if you play one of the bigger characters or players, it's really hard. It's a lot harder to play this map in particular because you're so slow.
Very large.
You can do the dash to get to the frisbee and everything, but if you're all the way to one side of the field, like there's almost no way that you're going to get back down.
Like you really have to have confidence in your movement to be able to play like G. Scott or Wessel on this map.
Right.
So, and if that other person is stuck into that character, it's a good counter pick.
But at the same time, you have to also remember that G. Scott and Wessel throw a lot harder, so this map can really go both ways.
Go both ways.
Yeah. I mean, if they blow the frisbee past you because the map is so big, it's really a toss.
And that's a concept too that I don't think we've really covered before. Is that the strength of a character actually determines if you do get that knockback. So with a heavier character, it's a lot of times it's dependent on how far the frisbee is traveling. So like on a big map like this, you see how that one, like how my circle special like change directions and everything. And you can actually, that gains more knockback power because it's traveling farther. And obviously, like heavier characters like G. Scott are gonna knock back some of the lower characters.
Yeah.
Like Mita or BU.
Right. And that's personally, I always play Dagagi because he's right dead in the center. Speed and power wise. And then if you play more of a mid style, you don't really get danger of getting knocked back. Now here we are on Tiles.
See?
This is actually the same exact map as Beach. It's just that the goals are changed. So you can see that the 5s are at top, the red goals are at the top and bottom, and then the yellow goal is in the center. And this is where that D super really comes into play, because you can just lob it right into their goal, and if they're not right on top of it to catch it, then it's almost a guaranteed prize point.
I'm gonna say I like this game a lot. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it really is. Like I was to the point where I was craving it outside of this. I actually made Josh play it with me. We can just play Windjammers?
Get on and play Windjammers.
Playing some motherfucking Windjammers?
Like, really? Whatever happened to like League or freaking StarCraft?
No,
or
Josh.
Some game on
Windjammers.
Don't play a Neo Geo game from like 1980s or 1990. I think
Windjammers is the only game. Oh shit!
And so you can see when you do those specials, and like for instance with the lob, you can see the crosshair. And that knocks me back.
Ooh, knock in. Oh
Let's
shit!
go, Peter, let's go.
Yeah, seriously. He's got a hang of it. Watch out.
I like that guy, BO.
You.
So be you. So be me. We're getting sued. Copyright infringement.
It's gonna be a real different skill set. You got a power guy, you got a speed guy.
Now, Concrete's interesting because Concrete's going to be the first map that we are going to see bumpers. This map, they're on the outside, and these react by you can bounce the frisbee off on them, like you just saw. If they can do it again. Now, and this is the other interesting aspect is the fact if you hit the corner of one of those, it'll bounce up in the air. So even if you do a super and it hits it, it'll completely stop your super. So it's also really, sometimes it can be frustrating, and definitely sometimes these bumpers can really affect the gameplay.
Right. The other thing too is you can play off of them. You can actually make them change direction after they hit off of it.
Yep, like if you pull a fast one like that, like I always I try to go for the outside ones because they will just bounce off the wall like 30 times and then you never know where it's gonna come out.
Oh, that's neat.
I was like the easiest vibe I've ever seen.
Well, and that's the thing too is you can see that it's a bigger map. So it gets working those angles, and then also your shots get more powerful because it's farther back, so there's more of a chance of knockback. But then the other thing too that we haven't really talked about as well is that your B super, the longer you hold the frisbee, like the more delay it has, so the weaker it is. So with like the B lob, or I'll show like one, you can actually position it in front of those bumpers to try and throw them off. And that's, as we said before, there's only the 2 buttons, so there's regular throw and then lob. And the longer you hold on to it, like the weaker the throw's going to be. So like I'm not even going to hit a button here. There's an auto throw of 4 seconds.
And you just pulled a Mohawk mic there.
People, that's been come to know the Mohawk flop.
The Mohawk flop.
Using that in tournaments. And you can feint. You can like feint it. So you can throw people off. But for instance, that's a really good strategy because with G Scott, he's a slower character because he's bigger. And so you can try and make it double. He has to like dash twice to get across the stage. Oh, and that was a good hook.
Thanks.
Oh, that was a really good angle.
What's the win? Yes! So sweet.
So next we have Clay, which is another map that has bumpers, but as you'll see, this one is they're in the center. So it plays the same way, but now your close points are between your 2 center ones.
Yep. So this is like beach, really big, because the point orientation, but then also those bumpers in the center, which I picked Bigagi. Watch the special. Like, those center bumpers really throw it off.
If you don't accidentally hit the corner.
Yeah. It'll actually, we'll see if I can get it in this match, so they can actually get it to circle around those.
Oh, baby. doing all the matches, all the maps, I assume.
Yeah, and then we'll kind of just go in and play.
Right. So after this, there's only one more. It's a championship, but it's the most.
This one's got an interesting aspect to it. The next one.
It worked in angles.
I'm slipping it.
Hello.
Oh!
God damn.
See, the thing is like that, like, because Vio's a weaker character, he kind of telegraphed that special. He either throws up to the top or bottom, and I was able to react to it because the guy he's heavier, he didn't get knocked back.
So each guy has a different special, I assume?
Right, each character has a different A special, but the B special is always going to be the same, that where they lob it.
Some characters have very similar A specials as well.
That screwed me up so bad right there.
Yeah, those.
Like I think G Scots and Bugagi's are very similar, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. No, is G Scott the one that has the fire one, or is Wessel?
Wessel's is the like
Z.
laser beam, yeah. The
Okay,
Z
yeah.
looking.
Then G Scott and Bugagi have similar ones. So the last map, if you enter your initials in, just hit A. Hit A a
Just
bunch
mash
of
A.
times.
You got a high score, bro.
Alex,
There you go. Now you can continue.
keep going.
Okay.
There you go. All right. So like the next map is the championship map, and as you will see, the goals are way different. I'll let it load up before
Yeah, we got to get Alex
we
back
go
in.
over it.
Round one.
Sorry, we have to go through the old school way of getting back into games because this is an arcade game.
Yeah. We're reinserting coins as we speak. I'm just dropping quarters into my PC.
Yeah.
Perfecto, says Jay
You guys.
Costa. Stadium.
Alright, so Stadium is just like lawn and clay and concrete in that it's a really big map. And as a matter of fact, I've actually done screen measurements before. I think it might be the biggest.
Get ready.
But you can see that the map orientation is just like Beach, where 5 is in the center, the yellows are on the sides. But the thing is, watch what happens when a player takes a lead. That 5-point goal will actually, it'll stretch out. So like for instance,
Stop
Okay.
guessing it, Mike. God.
you can see how that 5 goal, it grows.
Yeah, now his is bigger because you're below. You're down.
And then what will happen is that player who is actually down will have a better opportunity to get a 5 goal, and then after they score, it goes back to regular size.
And there you go. It makes for very close games, basically. And that 5 won't like cap out at a certain point either. It'll get really big.
No, and not only that, but it'll actually transition.
Yeah.
It'll actually transition into the next round. So like for instance, I'm just gonna throw it here.
If you don't throw it to him.
I was gonna let you score on me.
Not this time.
Because what'll happen is like that 5, like it grows to the point. It'll only get so big, but it's like the majority. It's the majority of the post. So
Yeah,
for
it's a
instance,
good
I'm just
2/3
gonna-
of the goal.
Like we'll see how big it can actually get. You can see there it grows again.
And it gets pretty large.
I'm trying to get out of the way.
Stop throwing the frisbee to
You
me.
can see, I believe that's the biggest it'll get.
Yeah, I think so too.
But still, I mean, that's at this point, that's very hard to miss.
Right. So now,
Yeah.
We do another one again.
yeah, do another one on stadium.
All right. Now play it like you mean it.
So let's see. Let's go down. We'll go down the line and we'll ask each person that has spent considerable amount of time playing the game what their favorite map is and why. And I'll start with people who aren't playing, so they can kind of focus and play. So Ricky, what's your favorite map?
I like concrete. I really like any of the maps that have the center dividers. I love like the ricocheting shots and stuff like that. Plus they have a couple shots that are really easy to get aces off of on that map. So I tend to like the more randomness that I can pull off on that map. I guess to say.
So concrete out of concrete and clay, that's your favorite one?
Yeah, I like it because I like the things being on the end versus the middle.
Right.
They seem to come into play more often if they're towards the outside of the board versus the middle.
Okay. And what character do you normally play?
I usually play as BU, which is he's either Korean or from the United Kingdom.
He's the character that Alex is playing as right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Korea. All right. And Blackout, what is your favorite?
Favorite map? My favorite map is clay. I'm with Ricky. I do love the center dividers. They create some really cool situations, and not to mention if you recover like a sick bounce, you feel like a boss. But yeah, I prefer them in the middle because they still provide that bit of randomness, but they don't quite get in the way so much. I find if I throw a super on concrete, majority of the time it ends up hitting the side of a bumper and just lobbing into their side of the court. So.
Let's do this flow, guys.
And
okay, Wessel.
And my character is actually Wessel. I was playing with Josh the other day, and I was Wessling it up, and I like.
Yeah, Mike, you'll find that interesting. Aaron has chosen his main as K Wessel.
Yeah, Wessel is my shit. Yeah,
That's understandable for the start of the game because you play on beach and it's hard to get it past him. But then after that, like for instance, we're both playing Wessel right now on Stadium, and that.
Oh, it's not even that. It's just a sheer brute force of Wessel. It's pretty
one
cool.
of those things that if you know how to play them, you can do really well, because I think I proved that when last episode. I don't know if we did it on air or if it was afterwards.
You beat me
Aaron
with
and
Wessel.
I played K Wessel.
No, that was on air. That's archived.
Yeah.
You can check that shit out.
So I let him choose whoever he wanted. I played K Wessel, and I beat him. Now, mind you, this was like the first time that he played the game, so. That obviously had a lot to go into it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, if you can pull a Wessel off against almost anyone if you know how to play it.
Me and Josh played some off-stream games. I think the day after we filmed, and I played Wessel all day. And yeah, it's definitely doable.
I feel that you win more games as not Wessel, but at the same time, it's not like Wessel is totally horrible.
Yeah.
Right. And my favorite map is actually Beach. The reason I like Beach is because I feel like you get a lot more intense volleys on Beach, and that's what I live for. Like if you go to like an actual like really high level competition.
So basically, if you go to Ohio.
You come to Ohio and play us at Arcade Legacy, you will see some of the most intense volleys of all time. And I don't know if Mike wants to say what we're gonna try to do at the end of this or not, or if we want to save it to the end.
Save it.
But we're hoping to get you some really high level play at the end of doing Windjammers at least.
Right. If nothing else, we're actually in talks right now with Power Up, which is actually it was just announced that they're going to be an EVO qualifier, and that's the big fighting game tournament out of Cincinnati. And we're talking about teaming up with Nathan Shields, aka Osharian, and actually seeing about doing like a top 8. Like we'll probably do like the tournament beforehand, and then do like a streamed top 8 like on one of the days of Power Up, like before the actual event starts. Because there are people that have, they've dedicated hours and hours and hours of time into Windjammers.
Indeed. Let's throw 2 more people in here.
Okay.
Josh, why don't me and you play?
Alright, that's fine.
Alright. Get that out of there.
Unless anyone else wants to play, I can.
Josh, invite me and you can change settings. I'm going to mess around with stream a little bit. Real quick.
Alright. So.
Alex, I can see it in your eyes that you just found out how awesome Windjammers is. You got that stare going.
That's my gaming stare. I kind of get that look.
Mike, what is your favorite map?
Josh, settings, 99 seconds.
To counterpick, I always play tiled, and that's the one that's just like Beach, but it has the 5s on the top and the bottom. Just because that D super, like I said, I don't really play Begagi, but you can usually throw people off, which you kind of seen it there a little bit between me and Alex. You can actually depending on how fast you get to the location of a super, you can actually return it. So like with the B super, you can actually get under it, and if you tap the B button, you can return it back to the player in that, like in the super form. And that's honestly, I like playing Kyle because it's easy. You either top or bottom, you can get 5s. Try and, it just all depends on your mix-up.
Now, there's a way you can return their super, too. Do you know the exact way to do that? Because I've seen it done before.
Right. It's all dependent on which super it is. So if it's the A super, you have to dash into it and tap the A button.
Okay, so
so you can return it that way. Or if it's the B super, you tap B.
Well, you can return the B super with A.
Ooh.
You just have to be at the right place
Right.
when it happens. So Alex, I know you haven't had a chance to play a lot of the maps, like, heavily, but is there a map that appeals to you more than another map?
I think the last one, Stadium, that was fun. It's tough to play just because there's so much ground. The one they're playing right now, I thought that was cool since you're a fast player. You don't have to worry about the coverage. I think the 2 levels with the bumpers, they are pretty fun to play. I think the ones with the bumpers were spread out. Is that concrete?
Concrete's one with the bumpers, yeah, it has bumpers. That's the one with the bumpers on the outside.
Okay, yeah, I think I like that one just because you could play more with that. The ones that were there tight in the middle, it was kind of tough to really set up any shots if you're just picking up the map for the first time, but I like concrete with the bumper play kind of make it really interesting. As Josh is in the gamer quiet zone right now.
Sorry. What'd you say?
Josh is heated.
I'm playing the Asian guy.
No, and that's that Wessel's slow factor coming into play.
Who do we got? We got Blackout with Wessel and Josh, who are you playing?
I'm Wessel on the
Josh
right.
playing Miyagi.
Okay. So
Right dead in the center. And the thing that I like about Miyagi as well, the reason I play him is that because he is in the center, he's also...
He's learning. He learns that when you hold that frisbee.
He's actually really good at returning. So no matter where you are, you can actually dash. His dash is really good because he dashes like a medium character should. Whereas like you can play Tamita, who is the lightest character. She can dash like basically halfway through the level in like one dash.
All right, Josh, your map pick.
Or is Josh gonna counter pick?
Secretly, do you know, Josh? I've been playing Windjammers every day for the past week and a half.
Really?
No, I haven't been playing at all.
I feel really off right now.
Alright, so now Josh picked one of the bigger maps. He picked concrete, so now Wessel should have... He's going to be at a disadvantage because it's a bigger map if Josh works the angles right.
Oh.
And then also the bumpers come into play. So right there, you should have looked. There you go.